baby. Maybe you're not sleeping. Oh. Oh, baby. Oh, baby, you're crying again. Sweetheart, I've told you, crying will not solve this problem. It will only worsen it.
Baby, I understand perfectly. But I am the one wearing these shoes and I know where it pinches.
Baby, that's where you got it all wrong. I'm your husband, remember? Okay, we're in this together. And I'm also concerned. But I'm consoled by the fact that children are going to come at the right time. We don't give children. Nobody gives children.
Baby, I know you're concerned. But I am a woman. And it's the women that feel it the more. Baby, I'm bothered.
I know. But look, there are also many people out there facing similar situations, so...
I am not concerned about people. I am concerned about myself.
I know, but if you always remember the fact that you're not alone, there are also other people out there. It will calm you down. It's okay. Relax, we're going to have children at God's own time. It's not that bad yet, okay? It's alright, it's alright. Yep. Thank you. Oh. Aha. Just the way I like it, very hot. Yes, very good for a weather like this.
Oh, baby, you're so funny. Baby, thank you for being a good husband.
Thank you, you're welcome. Oh, jeez, I'm running late.
Really?
Yep, I'm running late.
Okay. Baby, can you help me drop Stephanie off on your way?
Oh yeah, sure, why not?
What's my Stephanie?
Yeah, fine. Is she ready?
Stephanie! She should be ready.
Okay.
Baby, you help me something.
Absolutely.
I love you.
I love you too much. Okay, all of that.
Okay, Stephanie! Who is that? I'm coming. I'm coming, please. Mama. Hey, Mama, you're welcome. You're welcome. Hello. Hey. Thank you. Mama.
How are you, my daughter?
Hello, Mama. Hey.
How about your husband?
He's fine. Mama, please sit down. Mama. Mama.
Hey, I'm happy to see you.
How was your journey?
Fine, thank God.
Hey. Mama must be tired.
Check that bag. I brought some food for you.
Yay, Mama. Yay, pineapple. Coconut. Watermelon. Hey, Mama. Mama, you shouldn't have done that.
Why would I just come here without anything?
Hell, Mama. Mama, no.
Thank you. Please get me some water to drink.
That's not a problem.
Right away, man. Come on, yeah? Mama, oh.
I'm too much, Mama. The sun is too much.
This one is... Don't worry
yourself, Mama. So, how are the people in the village?
They are very fine. They are okay. We thank God.
Okay. Mama, I know you must be tired and hungry. Look, we have a lot of things in the kitchen. Just name it and I'm at your service, Mama.
My daughter, Washing the food now will not be of any use. I came to stay for weekend. And I have every time to eat whatsoever thing I want to eat. So for right now, I need rest.
Whenever you want to eat it and whatever you want to eat, tell me. And I'll be at your service, Mama. Don't worry yourself.
No problem,
but Mama, for now, let me take your things to your room. Then I'll get you a cold glass of juice. Is that okay, Mama?
I'll wait till.
Okay, Mama. Mama.
Jessica is no longer the little girl you used to know, you know.
Really? Look at her. Hey! Mama, fast! Stephanie! How are you? Fine. You too. You're a big girl now. Where are you coming back from?
From school.
Welcome. Hey, what is it that Angela is feeding you people? Please, whatever is feeding you people, you should reduce. So you people are overgrowing your age. Like this? Thank you. Very young. Really? Thank you.
Stephanie, let's rush to the kitchen and prepare food before brothers come.
I want to stay with Mama a little bit.
You want to stay with Mama a little bit?
Allah.
Remember, it's my mother, not yours.
Are you jealous?
I'm coming. Let me rush to the kitchen. I missed you.
Are you Stephanie? Stephanie? No. As my only child, I am so much worried and concerned about this childlessness of yours. It changes my mood each time I remember that this marriage still had nothing to show for. That is why I decided to come, to know how far you've been going about it.
Well, Mama, I'm not really doing anything about it because there's actually nothing to do. I cannot kill myself. I'm waiting for the right time so I will have children.
You see? You see, my son? It pisses me off any time we want to talk about this. You kept telling me about waiting for the right time. Don't you know that time waits for no man? And besides, children are the blessing and joy of every marriage. So what are you talking about?
You're right, Mama. But for me, I see a peaceful home first. If you have a peaceful home, then you have children, beautiful. But if you have children without a peaceful home, you're going to have problems. In my own case, I have a peaceful home already. Children will come.
The worst is this. I don't even see the born again in you that makes you to have this kind of hope. Eh?
Mama. And who says you have to be a born again before you can have hope? Patience begets hope.
So, you now feel that the patience you have is not yet okay for you. You've not had enough patience for all these solid years. Is that what you want to tell me?
Patience comes to an end when your dream comes true.
And so, how can these dreams of yours or dream of yours come true when you refuse to work for it? How can it work?
Mama, and who says I'm not working for it? Huh? I may not be doing things your own way. That doesn't mean I'm not working for it. Maybe that's your problem. You want me to do things your own way. But... Mama.
See, my son, I don't care whichever way. I don't care and I don't bother. All I need you to do is for you to listen and listen good. I and your father suffered so much to have other children after you. It proved abortive. We gave you all the necessary support that leads to your success today. as for you to get married as their only son. We decided to hope in you to fill the family before he died. And my dear, if you do not give me my grandchildren before my own time, I won't be happy with you. Have I made myself clear? The sooner you go about it, the better for all of us, because my patient is lost. Good night.
Oh yeah, I'm like someone in the middle of the road, nowhere to go, nowhere to go. I'm the fun there. Oh God, I'm a mobuchine nyamwa. Please help me. Help me from this place. Don't know what to say. Childlessness can cause destruction and depression.
What is it this time? Huh? Ogenide? 1 minute you're happy, the next minute you're crying. What's wrong?
I told you that women are the ones to be blamed. You see what I'm saying? You see?
See what? Have I blamed you for our situation?
Your mother is indirectly laying the blames on me. Please, baby, I beg you. Do what she says, please.
Baby, there is nothing we can do about this. I'm sorry.
Baby, your mother says she wants to see her grandchildren before she dies, and I don't want anyone laying any curse on us, especially your mother. Please, I beg you, just make her happy. Baby, please.
What do you want me to do to me?
Do you really love me?
How can you ask such a question? Of course you know I love you.
And I love you too. Baby, I support you getting a second wife, just like your mother rightly said.
Excuse me. Excuse me. What did you just say? Dare you say such a thing? And who's been feeding you with such ideas?
I just know this will be your exact reaction. I don't want your mother to lay any curse on me or any of us. Just make her happy. Just do what she wants, please. I beg you.
Well, I'm sorry to disappoint you. I will not do what you just asked for. I will not take another woman, another wife. Never. And I do not want to have this discussion again.
angel that I know. How are you doing?
Well, I'm fine. Thank God. Everything we have, we thank God.
You're right, my sister. But, Angela, this your face is not looking bright at all. What is the problem?
No, nothing. Everything is fine.
Are you sure?
Truly, everything is fine. I was actually on my way to the salon, and I was even thinking of coming to your house. Coincidence, you see.
Are you serious?
Yes.
What a coincidence. I was also waiting for a cab to go to the salon.
Oh, really? Why don't you hop in? Let's go together then.
Alright, thank you. So, Angela, what did you say is eating you up? Because this is not the Angela I used to know.
Victoria, I hardly sleep at night these days. My husband is taking it so lightly. My mother-in-law keeps putting the blame on me. I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do.
Angela, you've still not said anything. Your husband, your mother-in-law, what is the problem?
Childlessness.
Childlessness?
Yes.
Are you God that gives children?
The pressure is too much on me. The pressure is too much. And the worst is that my mother-in-law blames me. The heat is too much. Each time I see her, my heart jumps.
Is she putting the blame on you?
That is exactly what I am saying.
And what is your husband's stand on it?
Nothing. Absolutely nothing. He says, cool down. Everything is gonna be fine. Let's put our trust in God.
Wham! That is the answer.
Victoria.
Yes? Okay. Don't worry, okay? Let's go to the salon. Tomorrow I will take you to a place where you will lay down all this your complaint. Okay? Don't worry. All will be fine.
Victoria, thank you very much.
What are friends for?
Thank you. I just needed. Thank God I met you today. Thank God.
I missed you.
I missed you too. Oh my God. You did the tonto show.
Yeah.
What is keeping you from opening the gate for me all this while?
Sorry, because what did you buy for me?
What did I buy for you? Yes. Is it not food you're eating? And you're looking for what I want? Okay. I bought myself.
I don't understand you. You mean you buy yourself for me?
Oh, don't you want to eat
If you go Amaka. Yeah, thank you. If you go Amaka.
Look up, please. Very funny.
You go do. Okay. Malachi udala nke ngalachi.
Madam, I just want to help you carry your child since you're making it.
Says who? Eh? I said says who? When do you start doing baby washing?
Madam, is there anything wrong with helping you to carry
you're dealing with her. Madam, why are you talking to her like that? Do you know her?
Yes, I do. I know her. Who doesn't know Angela in this area? Eh? Why would she help me carry my baby? Does she know what anyone has does in that?
Madam, may God forgive you for saying this. May God forgive you for putting your mouth in a matter that does not concern you. Look at them. Let's see the same thing. Just what is that? You will have been you will answer. Stop me. If you are there, you should be happy with having this.
You are a fool for talking to me.
If you are there,
Look at you. How many do you have?
you should be happy to
Get out.
by approaching this.
I say get out.
I'm not here. Please, do this to me. If you are angel, I'm have much. That's what I want.
Childlessness can cause destruction and depression. Childlessness can cause destruction and depression.
My daughter, all is well. This is the best time to discuss anything that is important. I so much thank God, and I'm so happy the way you are staying with your husband, the way you are living with him. Jessica is my daughter, while Stephanie is your sister, and all of you are making a very good home, courtesy of your humble self.
Mama, I want to thank you too. I also want to appreciate Jessica and Stephanie for their cooperation and understanding. Honestly, I'm amazed at their level of maturity. I owe them my happiness too. Mama, thank you.
Thank you, my daughter. One more thing. You see, Ben, my son.
Yes, Mama.
He's my only son. The father died some time ago, and I wouldn't want the family lineage to wipe off just like that. Are you hearing me?
Yes, Mama.
We need a child in this house. All I'm saying is that we need a baby in this house.
Mama, I'm not God that gives children.
My daughter,
Mama,
I am not blaming you for that. But I know there are other ways we can sort it out.
oh, Mama.
There are two options here that any family can go about it. The first option, either the family decide or have intention of adopting a child in the home. And I don't think I buy the idea of an adoption. Why the second option is either the family member may decide to get a second wife. Are you listening? So my daughter, I need Ben, my son, to get a second wife. You still have your right as a first wife. The peace and unity that is existing in this family, I wouldn't mind taking the second wife with me staying at home at the village. I need a grandchild.
Mama. Mama, thank you very much. I've hate you. Mama, I would like to go to bed.
Good night. But I want to tell you, it's the benefit for every one of us. I want you to understand. Please, my daughter.
Thank you. Okay, Papa.
Sister Angela, you should stop crying because there's nothing our Lord Jesus Christ cannot do. His gift comes at his own appointed time. Remember Sarah in the Bible, when she lost all hope completely. The Lord Jesus Christ visited her and wiped away her tears. So keep on praying and hoping that one day your joy shall not know bounds.
Did you hear the pastor? Pastor, there is nothing I have not told her.
Pastor, anywhere I go, people mock me. Even in my own home, I am being disturbed. Pastor, I am barren.
No, Sister Angela. God did not create his own children to be barren. Like I've said before, he does his own things at his own time. Even the Bible made us to understand in the book of Psalm chapter 9 verse 10. It says, and they that know thy name will put their trust in him. For thou, O Lord, hast not forsaken him that seek you. So keep on praying. And the Lord Jesus Christ shall bless you. Let us pray. Our Father, our Lord Jesus Christ, amen. We, your children, have come to you in your presence. Yes, Father, we pray that this day shall be a day of joy, amen. A day of new beginning. Amen. Your joy shall not be bound in Jesus' name. Amen. You shall be blessed.
Adania.
Welcome.
How are you?
I'm fine though. If we're gonna move. Oh, welcome. How was your journey?
It was fine, thank God.
How is your husband? I hope he's finer than you.
He's fine, he's doing good. Mama, how is your health?
Ada, any day I see a new dawn, I give glory to the Almighty.
Mama, you look good.
Yeah. Oh, thank you. Welcome.
Thank you, Mama.
Oh, I'm sure you must be hungry.
And I brought you bread.
Oh, ah! Oh! God will bless you, my
Thank
daughter.
you.
Oh,
How? This your dress is very fine.
Thank you.
Hey.
So, Mama, that's the long story. I have done virtually everything, and nothing seems to be working. Mama, I'm just confused. I'm just confused.
no, you shouldn't be. You shouldn't be. If I tell you I don't know how it feels, I'll be lying to you. I know how it feels to be in a marriage for so many years without a child to show for it. But just calm down and put your trust in God. You will have children.
Mama, my husband and I are under serious pressure from the mother. Mama, I I don't have a problem with him getting a second wife, no. But each time the mother comes visiting, it's like I'm the cause of the whole problem.
Don't say that. How can you be the cause? You've been having miscarriages. That shows you're not barren. Since you... come on now, you cannot be barren. You will soon conceive. Trust in God.
Hey, Mama, I can't wait.
No. It's okay. You will have children. You will have a lot of children. God will give you children. There are some women who have never been pregnant in their lives. Yet God gave them children. Why will God not give you children? Just wait for His time. Okay? You will do it. Just calm down. Calm down.
Mama, you're here and I was looking for you at the backyard.
I want to go to the farm, but I'm waiting for the sun to go down.
It's too much. Mama, let me start leaving for the city.
Johnny Mess's home. No matter what happens, place your trust in God.
Mama, thank you so much.
Always remember everything we do.
Uncle.
My dear.
Good afternoon, sir.
No, you're okay, Kendall.
How are you?
I'm fine.
You alright?
I'm fine, sir.
I thank you very well. You're on your way to the cinema. That's right. Please sit down. Give it to your husband before you go to the city.
Wow.
I know he likes palm wine a lot.
Okay, sir. Hey.
You're always disturbing yourself over gifts to give to them. And every time my daughter comes home, you must look for something to give her. This palm wine now, you would have just sold it to make some money.
Oh, no. This is just a token compared to what our in-law does for us. Please, when you reach the town, greet him for me. I wish you safe journey. Johnny Messi.
Amen.
Okay, thank you. God bless you.
My name is Catherine.
Remember everything you do. Always pray. Whatever it is, including yours. So your mom is God with you. I'm very
I miss you.
Mazi Okeke is a good palm wine tamer. Yes, and a very good man as well.
Yeah, he is. You know, he knows you too well. If you see the way he insisted I took this palm wine, you would think that you grew up in his house. I'm telling you.
Well, you will not blame him. A good in-law is a good in-law. I'm a good in-law.
Oh, you are, darling.
Hey, girls. Take it easy with this thing. It was sent to me. Especially for me and not you people. So easy.
Especially you, Stephanie. Remember, you're a student and also a woman. You're not supposed to take alcohol.
Slow down. You people have done justice to this thing.
It's nice, yeah?
Alright, on that note, girls, let me sign out. Yes, I had a very hectic day at the office, so let me go.
I know that.
See you girls tomorrow.
I'll be with you, sure.
Good night, sir.
Good night.
Good night. Put the drink in the fridge. Do not finish it. Stephanie. Stephanie. Okay. Okay, good night, okay? Keep it in the fridge. Good night. Okay.
Thank you. So, my sister, that is what she has been going through. You know, someone in her condition needs somebody to be consoling her. So I might have to go to the city soon.
In that case, it's a good idea. I have to be on my way now.
Are you going straight to the meeting?
Yes, but I have to see Mama Ibuka before going. I have an appointment with her.
Biko, let me give you my dues money so that you can pay for me, oh? Tell him, Biko. Oh, Biko, pay for me. Oh. Caro. Ngwano, oh, bye.
Baby. Sweetheart. Baby.
Huh?
Please, I want to talk to you.
This night. Oh, can't you wait till tomorrow?
No, it has to be now, please. Baby.
Oh. Fine, I'm all ears. What is it?
Okay, it's about what I told you earlier. I want to know if you give me a second thought.
Oh. So this is why you woke me up at this time of the night.
Baby, it's for our own good. I don't want each time your mother comes visiting, the pressure she mounts on you, it really gets to me, baby.
Don't worry about my mother, I can handle her.
No. Baby, I'm a woman. I know what it feels like. Baby, please. Just do it. I will support you. Please. Baby.
See, babe. I've always done anything you ask me to do. In fact, everything. All because I want to guarantee your happiness. This will be the first time I will disappoint you. No.
Baby, you promised me that you always see me happy.
Yes, I promised. And this particular time, I say it again, no.
Baby, I want happiness to be restored in our home. I want Mama to be happy.
Baby, there's more to happiness than what you're asking for. Okay?
Just think about it. Please.
Alright, fine. I'll think about it. Are you happy now?
Yes, please. Yes, please.
I love you.
I love you too. I love you.
I'm tired. I think we'll have to stop this day now. Before my brother comes back from work and meets us running around the compound.
Your brother? I thought he's your sister's husband. And he is Jessica's brother.
Yes, he's my sister's husband, but I still call him brother.
Stephanie, there's something I want to tell you. Very serious.
What could that be?
I like you so much. You know, each time I see you, my body.
You like me?
Yes.
Thanks for liking me. Can I go now?
But you have not said anything. Stop! Ben, you sounded so urgent on the phone. What is the matter?
Alex, how would you feel if you wake up one morning and find out that your wife is making you go against your wish?
Well, it depends on what she wants. It's something I can do. Why not? I will do it for her. But it's something I can do. No would definitely be my answer. So, why did you ask?
My wife and my mother, they're asking me to take another wife.
Wow. That's a fantastic one. If your wife can come up with such an idea, I think you should jump at it. I'd be happy, my brother.
But my friend, you don't even understand.
Oh, Ben, come on, tell me. What is there for me to understand? That a wife cannot conceive and she wants to bring in another woman who will conceive and give you children? Oh, come on, I expect you to grab the offer and be happy. Make yourself happy, my brother.
Look, the problem is she's making me go against my wish. She wants me to do something I don't intend to do.
Oh, Ben, you're sounding as if you're the one that is imposing this idea on her. No, she came up with the idea. Why not grab it, do whatever she wants you to do, make yourself happy, and also make her happy. Look, if I'm in your shoes, honestly, I would jump at the offer. That is gospel truth.
Going against your wish cannot guarantee happiness. At all. You'll only be sad, you end up regretting the whole thing. It can't.
Then, you look for alternative.
The only alternative is just to be patient. That's the one I know.
Patience only work when one person is involved. But when two persons are involved, I'm sorry, pressure is definitely going to step in. And that's exactly what you're passing through. Yeah.
Alright, this is the way to my house.
It's alright. But since we got to yours first, why don't you accompany me a little further?
No. Some other time, okay? As you can see, the sun is too intense.
No problem. I've heard you always say that the sun is too intense.
Please.
Okay. Well, mine is still down the road. Let's don't throw anyway.
Okay, this way?
Yeah, down there. But all the same, see you tomorrow at the lesson center.
Alright then. And don't forget to come with my textbook tomorrow.
I will not.
Thank you.
Bye.
I'll see you tomorrow.
So, baby.
Yeah, baby.
I've thought about what you told me. Issue at hand. I have come up with an answer.
Okay.
I will not be pushed to do something I detest so much in this world. That means my answer is no.
Baby, what about your mother?
Leave my mother out of this. I'm a man, I'm an adult, okay? I do what pleases me.
Okay. Since you're pleased to see me die in pain, be ready to have a broken home.
Woman, let me remind you that I am the man of this house. Okay? I deserve some respect. I deserve to be spoken to with kind words. I will not take any threats.
Baby, this is not a threat. I mean every word I just said.
Watch your words, woman. Watch the words that come out of your mouth to avoid making any mistake.
Baby, I have thought and I slept over this. Okay? I know what I am saying. I know what I want.
What did you think about? I want you to sleep. What are you saying? Do you realize that this should not even be an issue between us?
You are the one making it an issue. Baby, I have a wife. I have every right to contribute here. me why you don't want to give me the second thought.
Contribute to what? If this is your own idea of contributing, then I say no. Okay, what are you saying? I should go to my wife and you call it contribution? I say no. I will not do it, so let this matter lay low.
No. Not until you give me an answer to it now.
You want an answer?
Yes.
Fine. Are you ready for the answer?
Yes.
The answer is no.
Huh?
No. No.
Give me an answer.
It's actually raining outside. Sister, there is something I would love to discuss with you.
Okay, sit down now.
Thank you. Sister, it's about you and your husband. The way you both shouted at each other last night was nothing to talk home about. So as your little sister, I've come to know, is there any problem?
Steph, whatever that happened is between husband and wife, okay? But everything is fine, trust me. Everything is perfectly fine.
So you mean everything is okay?
You're my sister, my blood for that matter. If there's anything, if there's something going on, you know you're the first person I'll confide in. But I tell you, I put it to you that everything is perfectly fine. Perfectly fine.
Okay. It's just that I was not able to sleep yesterday.
So what are you girls preparing for breakfast?
What would you like to have?
Let me see. What about fufu and white soup? How about that?
Sister, no, you're kidding me. And where do you expect me to get fufu this morning?
Maybe when you go to the village, Mama will give you. Don't worry, whatever you prepare, I'll find, okay? Let me just finish up and dress him up.
Alright. See you later.
Thank you so much.
Sir, here is a file you asked me to prepare.
Thank you. Can go.
Sir, marketing manager of Chase Global Limited came looking for you.
Did he drop the letter I asked him to bring?
No, sir, but he said he'll call you on phone to discuss something important.
Alright, you can go.
Sir, is there any problem?
Oh, Tonya, leave. Leave.
For the salon, so I'll soon be back. Please do take care of the house.
Okay, auntie. Auntie, make sure you make good hair.
I always do. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Hello, how are you?
I'm fine, thank you.
Is my wife at home?
No, she went to make her hair.
I'm not hungry. Okay, baby. I'm set for work. My breakfast should be ready by now, eh?
Steph has taken care of that over an hour ago.
Excuse me. And did I just hear you correctly?
Oh yes, you heard me perfectly. Your food is on the dining table.
And when did Steph become my wife and she now makes my meals?
Whether she does or I do is the same thing. The most important thing is that your food is on the dining table whenever you need it.
Baby, what has come over you? And why the sudden change in attitude? Why?
Because they say change is a constant thing in nature.
I don't believe this. I don't believe my loving wife has suddenly become strange to me.
And I can't believe that my lovely wedded husband cannot see reasons with me. Instead, you want me to die of pain and regret.
Says who?
Isn't it obvious you're being egocentric?
Egocentric?
Mm-hmm.
Me? Egocentric? Okay. Don't blame me. It's all my fault. I shouldn't have asked for your food this morning. Just... Thank you. I'm off to work.
Good day. Good day, sir. I'm fine.
Sister, frankly speaking, I think something is wrong somewhere with what happens these days. Tell me, what is the problem?
Steph, I have told you before and I'm telling you now, everything is fine, okay? Nothing is wrong.
Sister, I am your sister and you can confide in me. Talk to me, what is the problem?
Okay, since you insist, I will tell you. It's all about my brother-in-law's illness. This illness has eaten up my husband's money, a whole lot of it, and is affecting him psychologically.
But sister, what kind of sickness that can make one reject his meals almost on a daily basis?
That's because he doesn't feel like eating.
For days? Sister, are you sure?
He is my husband, so I know him better than you do. Huh?
Okay. If you say so.
Yes, I said so.
Yes, I should go inside then.
Yeah, you do that, little sister.
I thought you were joking the other day. I never took you serious. So Nduka, because I play with you all the time. That's why you think you can tell me anything, Abby. Nduka, I don't blame you.
No, Steph, now. Hey, look, to God whom you know. I am not joking. I am serious. Okay, wait. Look, this is my salary. Just keep it for me. Just to tell you, I have trust in you and good intentions towards you. Eh?
I called you out here this night because of what I've been seeing in this house. And I know I'm just a little girl, but with the look of things around, it seems you have something troubling you. Because you're no more my brother I used to know.
Nothing is troubling me, everything is fine.
Brother, the four of us have lived in this house for some years now. So I am not really here. This family is known for a happy family. But now, things has changed totally. Did Mama offend you on her last visit?
Mama did not offend me, and everything is fine. I don't think there's any cause for alarm. See, my wife, Angela, and I, we're like one flesh, same blood. Okay? So we have nothing to worry about. Just that, maybe because recently I've got too much workload from the office. I think that's what's weighing me down. But apart from that, I'm fine.
Brother, you should better be.
This is my little sister. So you're this carried. So you know when your brother is unhappy.
Of course, not to my brother.
You should go and get yourself a husband. Honestly, this whole thing is really getting to me. I don't know what's going on anymore, and I'm so confused.
Ben, what is it this time?
My wife. My wife and I, you should see the way we live right now. We fight over meaningless things. We quarrel and shout at each other almost every day and every night. To make matters worse, she doesn't even make food for me anymore. She sends her sister to make my meals. Can you imagine that?
Honestly, Ben, I don't know how you feel if I should tell you that you are the cause of your problems. Yes. A simple task that your wife asks you to do for her, which is completely in support of. But that one knows up to my healing. Finish. That's just only that. Look, do you think it's every woman that will allow their husband to do such a thing? No. You can't yourself lucky, man.
So you believe this thing is my fault? I'm to blame?
Of course you're to be blamed.
How can you say such a thing? Okay, fine. What if I decide to do this thing and something bad turns out? Eh?
When we get to that bridge, we will surely know how to cross.
So what are you saying in essence?
Save yourself the stress. Do what others do.
But you know me. I'm not the kind of person who does what other people do. I do things that please me.
Ben, not only affects and influences the way people live. If it does, then you don't have the decision to make all alone. No! Anyway, when you're done with office work, give me a call. Let's hang out and take 1 or 2 bottles, man. Come on. Be happy.
Where are you coming from at this time of the night? Where are you coming from? And what was the meaning of that attitude you put out there?
Oh, it's very simple. I was silent because your question was completely irrelevant.
Really? Okay, I'll ask you again. Where are you coming from at this time of the night?
I owe you no explanation.
You owe me every explanation because I am your wife. I'm not your slave.
You will not dictate to me in my own house. We've had a peaceful home until you came up with this stupid idea of yours that keeps me on balance all the time. So it shouldn't be a problem if I go out there to seek a balanced mood, okay?
Oh.
Yes.
So you're not looking for a home away from home?
Fortunately, yes. Until you become friendly again.
Is that how you want it?
That is how you want it. Hold on, please. Allow me, I want to just... Oh God, what is going on? Huh? Why has this thing turned out like this? Why? Imagine my happy home being turned upside down almost on a daily basis. I no longer have peace in my house, no peace with my wife anymore. Am I really doing the right thing as the man of the house? Ben, you just have to do something before it gets out of hand. Father, please give me my own children and save me from this embarrassment, this trauma. I'm tired of the miscarriages all the time. Please, I need a child that will stay. I think I know what to do. I know exactly what to do.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning. Oh, good morning. Steph, how are you?
Fine.
Okay, I see you're set for school. Nice. Did you see my wife?
No, I haven't seen her this morning. Is there any problem?
No, not at all.
Okay, take care.
Baby, it's me. Can you open up? I've been searching everywhere for you.
Please go away, I'm fine.
Look, baby, I'm sorry, okay?
Since you didn't do anything to me, then go. I'm fine.
Alright, just open up. I've got good news. Please.
What is it?
I decided to do exactly what you want.
Thank you.
Oh, happy day, oh, happy. Hello, little sister. Little sister, this food smells pretty good.
Good afternoon, Auntie.
Good afternoon. I'm in a pretty good mood today, okay? You know what? Why don't you just continue with the dishes while I finish up with the cooking? Because my husband is out there hungry and I need to serve him food. Okay?
Oh, sister.
Yeah, what's up?
And what is this that overwhelms this your excitement?
Well, never mind. It's between my husband and I. Don't be jealous. Don't be.
Okay, if you insist. But it's just that I've not seen you this happy for a long time now.
Okay, let's just say something extraordinarily happened to your sister today. That is so good.
Honestly, I'm so happy. And I believe this thing that is actually making you this excited is the same thing that weighed you down since, right?
Come on, sister. Come on. I thought I told you the reason. It has nothing to do with this. Trust me. Nothing, absolutely.
Okay, it's okay. The most important thing is that my sister is happy. And I'm happy too.
Yes, I'm happy. I'm happy. No. I'm here. I'm going to cook this food. Okay? Just do your thing. Okay?
Fine.
Oh, happy day. Oh, why did you keep that pot? It's there. Okay. Let me get there. All right.
Ben, don't you think you're escalating the whole issue by the decision you've taken? It could be fatal, you know, if you don't keep to them.
My brother, what do you want me to do now? You know one guinea. I had no other option. I can't just sit down and watch my family get torn apart. No. The love, the peace that I shared with my wife, all gone. It's killing me, honestly. It's affecting me mentally and physically. I'm torn.
And you think being deceptive could bring back your happiness? For how long will you keep deceiving her? Tell me.
My brother, honestly, I don't know. But as you always say, when we get to that bridge, we shall cross it.
Oh, Ben, you're already at that bridge. And whatever decision you take right now could get things shattered. Go! I know what that means. You looking at your dream not being actualized, or you getting drowned.
I am confused.
I must tell you, you allow the confusion to befall you, else you know what you'd have done to make it disappear. It's the next time, don't make promises that you can keep. Let your word be your bond.
So, sweetheart, tell me, how far have you gone with your arrangement and when are you bringing the new girl?
Soon. I'm actually taking my time so I don't make mistakes.
Baby, don't you think we should involve your mother in this? I mean, she could be able to get us a very fine young girl. What do you think?
That's unnecessary. I can find a wife for myself. Besides, I want it to come as a surprise to my mother. Don't worry, I can handle it.
Thank you so much, sweetheart. Thank you. I promise you I will never forget this. Thank you.
It's alright. Anything to make my wife happy, I'll do it.
Okay? I love you.
I love you too. Are you ready?
Yes, but I'm ready.
Alright, fine. When you get to the village, make sure you spend some good time with Mama. Huh? Find out exactly how she's doing.
Okay, brother.
If the sickness is quite serious, then you may decide to bring her down to the city so she can get better treatment in a better hospital.
I will.
Okay, fine. Let me take you to the doctor.
So tell me, when am I visiting your house? At least to meet with your auntie.
Well, we will have to plan on that later. You know I don't live with my parents. So that means you have to invite me over first.
Why?
Because you have the right to attend to visitors in your house. Me, I don't have that right because they are not my parents. Well, you know you don't start something from the end. You start it from the beginning. And your house stands first before mine.
I see.
So do you see the reason why you have to visit you first before we come over to my house?
Alright, no problem. You're welcome anytime.
Okay. As you can see, I'm really hungry and famished. Let's start going already.
You like food?
Oh, you know what I make you go a bit? Let's go, Jerry.
How will I stand my wife if she eventually finds out that I'm not serious about this? Ben, I think you have taken the wrong step because this could be making matters worse. I mean, what do I do now? Do I tell her I'm no longer interested? That I was never serious about this? Alex could be right, you know. Oh my God, Ben, you caused it. I should have stood my ground initially.
Ada, since you told me what you called good news, my mind has not been at rest. To think that you could ever tell your husband such a thing after my advice. I'm baffled, truly.
Mama, I know what I am doing. Mama, I can no longer stand the threat of my mother-in-law to my husband. Mama, I don't want her to see it like I'm the one holding her son from getting a second wife. Mama, do you know that I no longer follow my husband to the village anymore?
Ada, you're taking this thing too hard on yourself. But let me ask you a question. Has she ever confronted you on this issue?
Yes, but not that harsh. But Mama, what other confrontation do I expect other than the one she gives to her son? Mama, she's speaking to me directly.
You see, you make me wonder if you still pray. Because you sound as if it's the end of the world. You're sounding as if you have given up, that you can no longer conceive.
Mama, I know that I will conceive. But for now, I just need peace in my life. I need peace. I just need peace.
Peace. Peace. Be very honest with me. Are you truly at peace with that suggestion?
Yes, Mama. Yes, for now I do. Until God chooses to give me a child, I have peace.
So, has your husband started making arrangements?
Yes, Mama. That's why I felt that I should let you know first.
God. 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 Why are all this happening to me? Very soon, my daughter will start sharing her husband with another woman. God. God. Oh, no.
Mama is going to be well. Everything is going to be fine.
Please. Mama, please sit down. Please.
Hey!
Sir, are you through with the food?
Yes, yeah, I'm through again. Take it away.
Sir, boy didn't touch your food. Hope all is well.
Yes, all is well. Just take it away.
What's really happening? First, it was my sister, and now her husband. I thought she said everything has happened. And why is the husband losing consciousness every minute of the day? Without being told, I know something is wrong, but my sister has refused to let me know. Maybe it's for the married ones, as Shiria pointed out. Just maybe.
Stephanie, I never knew that you are this good. In fact, let me pray for you.
Oh, please stop that rubbish. What's the meaning of that? I hope you're okay now.
Yes.
And the money is complete.
Yeah, very.
So you better go now before my uncle comes back and meet you here. You're such a calm.
I am completely disappointed. I mean, how could you have allowed such a thing happen when you fully know you're not doing the right thing? Come on, Steph. You're not a baby to have indulged in such acts. You're not now.
Evelyn, I am disappointed myself. I didn't know what came over me. I know I've done what no man has done before. And believe me, it seriously haunted me.
Why would it haunt you? No, tell me, why won't it haunt you? When you have allowed yourself to be tempted by the devil, and he has planted his ugly seed right from that very day.
I won't let that happen again, I promise. I won't.
Only if you will agree with me. I know how these things work, oh. I know. It is better you don't just get involved at all.
Evelyn, are you saying I did that intentionally? Evelyn, come on. This could never happen to anyone. Even you.
God forbid. Sophia, never in my lifetime will I allow such evil before me. Never. That's okay. Okay? Just pray it doesn't happen again. Oh yeah, stop crying now. You make me cry too.
I didn't know what came over me. I didn't know.
I'm not saying it was entirely your fault, okay? Come here. Stop crying, it's okay. Stop crying, okay?
Steph. Sister, good morning. Good morning. Are you okay?
Yes, sister, I'm okay.
Are you sure?
I'm perfectly okay, sister.
Okay. Please get me some apples in the fridge.
Okay, sister.
Sit.
Sweetheart, have you noticed Stephanie's behavior recently?
No. Why do you?
The other day, I saw her, she was down in deep thought. And the next time I saw her, she was vomiting. Though she didn't notice my presence, but there's something wrong. Or did she tell you that she was ill while I was away?
No. She never mentioned anything like that to me. But I don't think there's anything to worry about. Wow. But, Stephanie is an adult. Yeah, I believe she can take care of herself. Very good care of herself. And I think that's why she didn't bother to tell you. To be something minor. But you can go ahead and ask.
Stephanie, for some time now your behavior has changed completely. Every time I ask you, you tell me everything is okay, when we both know that nothing is fine. So I ask you, is there something you need to tell me?
Sister, I am fine. Nothing is wrong with me. It's just a slight fever, which I've already taken care of.
There she goes again. Nothing is fine. No, nothing is fine. I ask you, you tell me everything is fine like I said. But at the end of the day, I see you at the backyard vomiting. Oh yes, I see. I have been watching you. Stephanie, I am your sister. I am your blood. You can confide in me anytime, any day. I am here for you. Please.
Sister, what else do you want me to tell you? I've already told you that I'm fine.
Okay. No, it's okay. It's alright. If you insist, okay, so get yourself prepared. We'll go to see my doctor for checkup.
Sister doctor, that will cost a lot of money. Besides, I'm fine.
Hello? It is my money. My money. Okay? Go get yourself prepared. We're going for checkup. Capish? Let's go.
Madam.
Doctor.
The result here indicates that she is 6 weeks pregnant, coupled with a slight malaria.
Doctor, please, I did not hear you clearly. Please, can you repeat it again? Please.
I said the result here indicates that she is 6 weeks pregnant, coupled with a slight malaria.
Pregnant?
Yes.
6 weeks? Stephanie, who is responsible? I'm not responsible! Are you stupid?
Take it easy, madam. Please, take your time to talk to her as an elder sister. Take it easy, madam. Please, this is an office. Remember, shouting at her will not solve this problem. Take your time to talk to her as an elder sister, and then you will find out who the person is.
Okay, doctor, I'm going to name the results. Give me the results. You're pregnant now. Wedoma, happy me. Steph and I went to the hospital today.
Okay, and?
Stephanie is 6 weeks pregnant.
Jesus Lord. 6 weeks? What?
I'm telling you, 6 weeks!
Pregnant?
Yes!
Steph! Jesus Christ, who did that to her?
Baby, I have tried to interrogate her. I've asked her as her sister. She's not saying anything. She's just dumb. She doesn't want to tell me. She doesn't want to tell me who's responsible.
God, I don't believe this. Steph!
Yes!
Pregnant? For who? I mean, how? What?
Baby, that's why I've been waiting for you. Maybe as the man of the house, you talk to her, then she will confide in you. I don't know why she's not telling me anything.
I think as a sister, you will be in a better position to, do that.
Honey, she's not talking. She's not talking.
It's okay, baby. Don't worry. I'll handle it. I'll find out who's responsible.
Baby, we better do.
It's okay.
That's fine.
But have you seen any man around Steph before?
No, I don't go out with her.
She doesn't have a boyfriend, right?
Honey, how am I supposed to know? I don't know.
Don't worry. I'll get to the root.
Hi! Steph will not just kill me. She will not kill me.
Why are you doing this to me? Why are you doing this to yourself? Why don't you disclose who is responsible for your pregnancy? Or do you want to have an illegitimate child?
No, sister. Okay, fine. Just tell me, please, tell me who is responsible for this child. So we can follow him up. You know, men of these days, once they hear their girlfriend is pregnant, they take to their heels. Sister, I am so ashamed of myself. I just feel like killing myself. Shh! Don't you ever say that again. Don't say that. Besides, that is a strong word for a woman to use. You don't have to be ashamed of yourself. I am here for you. I know it's a strong word to use. I know. But it's the best word for me to use in this kind of situation. Since I don't know what to do. Look, you know what you're going to do? You're going to tell me who is responsible for this child, so that he can take care of his responsibility. Sister, this is not a responsibility, but stupidity. And I should be blamed for it. Oh God, why me? Why me?
Good day, ma.
Good afternoon. Please, my dear, do you know of any Stephanie? She goes to the same extramural class with you.
Is it the slim, light-skinned girl?
Exactly. Please, have you seen her recently?
No, ma. I've not seen her for quite some time now.
Okay, do you know anyone that is close to her that can speak to know her whereabouts, please?
I think Evelyn will be in the right position to help you, ma'am.
Please, who is this Evelyn?
Oh, that's her. That's her coming.
Oh, thank you very much. Oh, thank you so much.
Okay.
Evelyn, I was meant to understand that you're very close to Stephanie.
Yes, ma. We are very, very good friends. And in fact, she's my bestie.
Ah, your bestie. You guys are quite close. That's alright. I want to ask, do you know if Steph has any male friend?
No. Stephanie doesn't keep any male friends. As far as I'm concerned, I'm the only friend she has.
Okay, that's fine. There's something I really want to discuss with you. Very important. Your friend. I'm her sister.
Oh.
I'm the sister she lives with. And I also want to let you know that Stephanie is pregnant.
Wow. No, ma, I'm not aware of that. She's
okay. It's alright. Are you still going further? But probably I'll just drop you at home.
No, ma, I was actually going down the road to get the textbook. So I'll just start going now. Thanks for the offer, ma.
You're welcome.
And my regards to Steph.
Okay, have a nice day.
Okay, goodbye, ma.
Honestly, sweetheart, the way you're going about this thing is not pleasing at all. One bit, it's not. Look, Steph is in a delicate condition. But whatever you say or do at this point may trigger a lot of things and will cause problems. Take it easy.
Baby, for the past 2 weeks now, my daughter has refused to tell me who got her pregnant.
Excuse me. Who's your daughter?
Sorry, it was a slip of tongue. I mean, how can Steph, my sister, get pregnant under the same roof and I didn't know about it?
Take this thing easy. Calm down. Steph might be pregnant, yes. But she won't be the first person. I mean, women get pregnant all the time. Okay, relax.
Baby, I do not care if it happens to every woman. Steph is my sister. And I deserve to know who got her pregnant. And she's not even talking.
My point is, however you decide to go about it, just be careful. That's all. Take it easy.
Baby, the way I go about it is my business, not your business. Relax, expect a positive result. Relax. Good night.
Honestly, Steph, I don't think keeping this to yourself will do you any good. Why don't you just open up to your sister? At least tell her the truth about everything. It will lessen this pressure on you right now.
I know. But the problem is how to go about it. I can't stand the shame and disgrace I've put myself into. I just feel so shameless.
Oh, stop it. Stop it, Steph. You're not shameless. Now listen, you just have to muster courage and face it. And you know, nothing is hidden under the sun. Someday, somehow, the truth will come out.
I know. But are you sure that will change the situation?
Of course, yes, dearie. It will. To save everything going on, just tell her. And you know your auntie, oh. If she finds out elsewhere, all hell will be let loose on you. You know.
No one else knows about it apart from you.
Man, and what makes you think I wouldn't tell her if the pressure becomes too much? You know your sister now. You know the way she is.
Evelyn, talk to me, please.
Hey, stop this. Calm down.
Tell me, have you met her before?
Well, she came to the lesson center. Steph, will you let me talk? Calm down. She came to the lesson center and made inquiries about your pregnancy. Steph, calm down now. Stop this.
How did she find out we are close? Tell me, please. Tell me.
I wouldn't know now. I wouldn't know. Maybe someone who knows we are close told her I'll give her a link.
Could have finished.
Steph, stop this now. Why are you crying? You want to make me cry now? Steph, stop. I'm not besties anymore. I'm here for you. It's okay. Everything will be fine.
God,
stop crying already. Stop
I'm finished. I'm finished.
Steph, will you stop crying?
I won't cry.
Promise me.
I will stop crying. I promise.
Just do what I asked you to do. Tell her the truth about everything and I promise you will be fine. Okay?
I will tell her everything.
I'll come here. Promise you won't cry again. Are you sure? Are you sure?
I'm crying. Thank you.
Hello, young lady, please, 1 minute. Can you please remind me where I met you?
Yes, ma, at the lesson.
Oh, the lesson center. You're Evelyn.
Yes, ma.
Stephanie's girlfriend.
Yes, ma.
Oh, I can see you came to see her.
Actually, I came to get a textbook, but since she doesn't have it, I'm leaving.
A textbook she doesn't have?
Yes, ma.
Anyway, do you live around here?
Not really. I live at the street down.
Oh, area L.
Yes, ma.
Oh, okay. All right. It was nice meeting you then.
Okay, ma.
I'll see you around.
Bye, ma.
Bye.
I want to know if you have finally decided to tell me who is responsible for your pregnancy.
Steph, I also want to know if you have a friend
be it a male or a female at your lesson center?
Yes.
Okay, good. So, what's the name of this person?
Evelyn.
Evelyn, a female. Okay. Do you know where she stays?
No. I haven't been to her house.
Okay. Has she come visiting? I presume she was the one I met at the gate yesterday. So, what did she come for? Jessica, you and I know that my sister Stephanie is pregnant. We all live under the same roof, and I know you're more closer to her. So therefore, I know she must have told you who is responsible for her pregnancy. Am I not talking to somebody?
Auntie, she didn't tell me of anybody. But what?
Okay, wait. Probably she told you not to tell me, right? Huh?
Auntie, I am not too sure. But I always see her with our kids, man. They play love together. I have seen them several times together. Even he gives her money each time.
Gates man. Ndoka. Hey! Please, go and call me Stephanie. Go and call Stephanie for me. Hey! Jesus Christ. Stephanie. Stephanie has killed me. Stephanie has killed me. Ndoka, you should have told me you came to my house to destroy my home.
Hey.
Look of all people. How could you do this to me?
Madam, I'm innocent. I am innocent. You can ask your sister. I did not do...
You did not do what? You did not do what? Huh? How can you impregnate my sister? Nduka, what have we done to you? So you are here to destroy my home, Nduka. Okay, if after everything I found out that you are the one responsible, what will happen to you?
Madam, in fact, you can sack me. Sack me and let me not see good thing I want in life. In fact, I will use my unborn children to swear.
Nduka, how many times did I call you?
Madam, it did many, but it sound like 1,000.
Nduka, go in there and think about it thoroughly. Think it very, very well. Let it get into your head and come back and meet me later. Nduka, hey, Nduka, you don't want to involve my wrath. You don't want my problem. Just go in there and think about it because I will destroy you. Idiot! Stupid idiot!
Hey. Oh no! Oh God, please help me. I'm so speechless. Oh.
I honestly don't know why she has refused to tell me who is responsible. I don't know, I don't get it. I mean, she's my only sister, she's my blood. Why can't she just open up to me?
Angela, I have been talking to you for hours inside the house. Don't tell me I just wasted all my effort for nothing. Okay, why don't you keep talking to that her friend Evelyn? I believe she's the one that will tell you what to do next.
Oh God. Victoria, I don't have the heart to contain this whole thing. How do I go about this thing now? Just tell me now. I don't know. I don't just know. Why can't she confide in me now?
Angela, stop doing this to yourself. Stop! I believe whoever that is responsible for her pregnancy will sure make a good in-law.
In-law? Yes. When she has refused to tell me who the person is. I mean, what is there? We call the person, then the person comes for introduction. That is all. I
I don't understand. I don't just get it.
It's okay. She will tell you. She will. It's okay. I don't know what to do. She will tell you.
Evelyn, I must thank you so much for coming with me, considering the fact that you don't know me. I really want to ask you an important question. Evelyn, are you happy that your friend Stephanie is pregnant?
Of course not, Auntie. I'm not happy.
Okay, good. Do you love your friend and you would love to protect her interest?
Of course I do. I love Steph very, very much.
Evelyn, I beg you. The last time you visited, I know that she must have told you who impregnated her. So I ask you, Evelyn, please tell me, who impregnated Stephanie?
Well, Auntie, I'm not the one pregnant here, I'm sorry. And I think Steph will be in a better position to answer that question. And besides, it's only a pregnant woman that knows who's responsible.
And where she has refused to tell me, what do you want me to do?
Well, maybe you should just try harder, and I think she'll tell you one of these days.
Evelyn, you just told me that you love my sister and you would love to protect her interest. Why don't you want to tell me who got her pregnant? Stephanie is about to give birth to a bastard. And when that child comes out, he will ask, where is my father? Evelyn.
Evelyn, no, Auntie, don't kneel for me. Please get up, please.
I beg you, please tell me who got my sister pregnant. She is my only sister. She is my only blood. I beg you.
Please get up.
She's just my only sister. Please, I beg you.
Well, it all happened 2 months ago. When Steph came to the lesson center and told me about the ugly incident.
No, Steph, you didn't expect anybody.
See, you know that my friend, even now, when she comes, just let her to come inside. I don't want her to come outside. Just let her know.
Okay, I will do just that. But that one will get small body. Wait, they like this. They are talking to me.
That one will get small body. You two, they play with everything. I beg they go.
Of what you're telling me or you're joking?
Mama, this is not a joke. This is pure reality.
Jesus.
Mama, I could not even believe it when I found about it.
How am I going to face this kind of situation? Our village people. What are they going to say? Hey God, you shouldn't have allowed such a shameful thing happen to me now, eh?
Mama, what do we do? What do we do, please?
What about your husband? Have you discussed it with him?
Mama,
I just said I want to come let you know first because you're the one that just got to my head. Mama, we need to do something. You have to tell me what to do. Hey!
Okay. I think I have to go to the city with you.
Okay.
Okay. When I get there, I will confront Stephanie. Okay. Let her tell me why she did what she did. And Jekwado. Hey!
Stephanie, you have killed me. Hey! Mama! Hi! Stephanie! Mama!
Evelyn, what happened? You didn't come yesterday as planned. I waited for you all through.
Steph, yesterday was so hectic for me that I got engaged in some domestic chores up till night. I'm so sorry, okay?
You're always sorry. Anyway, I called to tell you that it is high time I reveal the secret.
What secret is that?
This pregnancy, of course. See, have you forgotten? You asked me to muster courage. And now I have the courage. All I want now is for us to know the way forward. Evelyn, is everything alright? Why the sudden change of mood? Evelyn, talk to me.
Well, Stephanie, I'm sorry. It's a little too late.
What is little too late? Evelyn, don't tell me it's true. What I just thought of now. Please tell me it's not true.
I'm sorry, Steph. I had to tell your sister the truth about the pregnancy. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
What?
I'm sorry.
Why did you do this to me, Evelyn? Why?
It was for your own good, Steph. It was for your own good.
Don't touch me!
I'm sorry! Steph! God, what have I done?
How could you? How could you be so mean and wicked to your sister? How could you do such a silly thing with a man you know what he is to us? How could you betray your sister? Why would you stab her at her back? Steph, why would you bite her head without minding her hair? Hey, Steph, you're not being fair now. You're not fair at all.
Mama, I know I'm to be blamed for all that has happened. But believe me, it wasn't intentional. I don't know why I let the devil use me this way. Mama, please. It was a mistake. Believe me.
So, how long has this been going on?
For some months now.
So your food is ready.
I'm not hungry.
So for some time now, you've always rejected your food. Not to talk of the pensive mood you've indulged in. So tell me, is there any problem?
No. There's no problem.
Sir, this is exactly the same thing you told me the other day. And here you are looking so traumatized. So I know I'm not part of this family. But problem shared is half solved. I watch the fix-up between you and my sister almost on a daily basis. And here you are telling me that all is fine, when it's not. Sir, I don't know how this might sound to you. You actually am the cause of this saga. I don't mind going back to the village. At least to return the peace that you guys have once shared.
Don't say that at all. Don't even think of doing that. You're not the cause of the problem.
Then what? Because I'm really, really bothered about all those things.
Let's go inside. I'll tell you everything. Well, Steph, that has been the problem since then. My wife has changed completely. From the good, loving wife she used to be to a totally different person. I do not understand.
But this shouldn't have been the problem between you and your wife. It's just for you to apply wisdom. I believe she will see reasons with you.
Yeah. I've been applying wisdom. I've been trying to make her see reasons with me. All to no avail. It's as if I'm doing the wrong thing.
Sir, she's my sister. And I promise I will talk to her. Who knows? She might listen to me.
God will bless you if you do. God will bless you if you do. Thank you so much. And when you do, tell her I love her. Alright? Tell her I love her so much. I will never do anything to hurt her. It's unthinkable. How can my own wife tell me to bring in another woman into my matrimonial home and sleep with her? I go there,
Like I said earlier, I will talk to her. Let's see what happens after the end of the whole thing.
Okay. Thank you.
So, can we go for the food now?
Oh yes, it's fine. Can bring it here.
Okay. No, she's not yet back, but I'm sure she'll be back today. You know how it is in the village. Mother seeing her daughter after some time. A lot of discussion is bound to take place.
Steph, I want to thank you for your words of encouragement the other day. I really appreciate them. In fact, you don't know what you did for me. Prior to that time, I've been very unhappy, but you spoke to me and I don't know, it's this peace that just came into my heart. Thank you.
You don't need to thank me. She's my sister and you are the husband. So you don't need to worry. After I have finished speaking with her, I know she will understand. You're welcome.
My life is painful. It's nobody's fault.
Steph, I'm really very sorry. I'm sorry for what happened. I know I've caused you pain and I've brought you shame. I'm really very sorry. Honestly, I don't know what came over me. I'm sorry. But I promise you we'll find a solution, okay? We'll find a way to fix this. Right? Nico, forgive me. I'm sorry.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to hurt my sister.
Hey! Hey!
I didn't mean to hurt you. Mama, please, beg sister for me. Sister, Mama, please don't me. Sister, please. Mama, please forgive me. I didn't mean to hurt you. I didn't mean to hurt you, Mama, because. Sister, sorry. Sister, please don't cry. Mama, I want to use this opportunity to apologize to each and every one of you. I admit the entire fault is mine. Mama, I am ready to bring back the peace in this family. Even if it entails aborting this pregnancy.
Mama, I'm really very sorry. Believe me, from the depths of my heart, I am sorry. Angela, my wife, Biko, forgive me. I am deeply sorry. I mean, I didn't plan things to turn out this way. Believe me, I don't know what got into me, honestly. I don't know how it happened, but Biko, just forgive me, please. Concerning what she said, abortion, Biko, let's not go there, please. Please, let's not go there.
Mama, I'm going to my room.
Today you have hurt her enough by impregnating Steph. I'm disappointed in you. I mean, how could you? How could you do such a thing? Knowing fully well that she is your sister-in-law. You have disappointed me. What you did is an abomination.
Mama, please. Please, Mama. Mama, to err is human. To forgive is divine. Mama, please. Let us do away with the misgivings of the past and face the future, Mama, please. Please, Mama, be good.
You cannot turn the hand of the clock backwards. It is not possible. Eh? Even if you decide to do the abortion, even if you decide to do the abortion, the deed has been done.
Mama, like I said earlier, I am ready to bring back the peace in this house. I am ready.
Ojuon, how? How?
Baby, I'm sorry. I'm really very sorry. This thing has happened. It has happened. Oh my God. All I'm saying is let's put heads together and handle this like a couple, you know, like a family, like mature people. Oh?
Ben, so you've been sleeping with my sister all this while?
See, this thing is, it was a natural, occurrence. I know how to, it's not my fault. You know, I'm so sorry I couldn't resist the urge when it came calling. Try to understand.
Ben, I will only forgive you, but I cannot forget it.
Look, honestly, if we decide to call a spade, this thing is actually your fault. Yes, you wanted so much to hear the cry of a baby in this house, and you pushed me into this.
Yes, I wanted to, but not certainly with my sister. Ben, you have broken my heart. You have betrayed me. Wait, isn't this obvious that this is a premeditated act?
I didn't draw close to her intentionally. Forces beyond us brought us together. It's not my fault. But you see, this thing has happened. I would like us to look on the bright side of it. Maybe she's your sister. This is one family. We can keep this thing together, Just keep it as a family,
Ben, how dare you? Are you out of your mind? How dare you talk about my little sisters? Oh God. God. I should have known. I shouldn't have brought her here. Ben, you're so wicked. You're so wicked. You're so wicked.
But you mean all this has been happening while I was away? You never bothered to call me. What are friends for?
My brother. For who have over phone. Honestly, it's not the kind of discussion you have over the phone. Fine. I admit I did it. Right? Steph and I, we something happened, but I didn't mean to get her pregnant. Believe me, that wasn't the plan, frankly speaking.
As it is now, what do you intend to do?
My brother, I don't know. That's why I need you to advise me. What do I do? I don't know.
Okay, see. I'm going to ask you a question. And the answer to the question will determine the way forward. You and I know how much you truly need a child.
Of course.
Do you want to keep the baby? Or you want to terminate the pregnancy?
Alex.
Yes.
Before I answer your question, let me ask you my own question.
Alright.
Are you drunk?
No.
I've been trying to have a child for many years. Now I'm about to become a father. You want me to abort my child? No, it will never happen. It's not an option. Cancel.
Then that settles it all. Going to this, call your wife, talk to her, make her understand, and she will see reasons with you.
That's the problem. I've done that, but she doesn't want to understand. She doesn't want to see reasons with me. I don't know. In fact, she believes it wasn't a mistake, that I went all out to impregnate her sister.
What do you expect her to think in the first place? Remember, she practically begged you to get another woman and get her pregnant, but you refused.
That's exactly what I've done. Another woman is pregnant for me. You know why everybody wants to kill me. So what do I do?
Okay, you see, I would suggest you let it lie low now. Within shortest possible time, I think the whole thing will die down naturally and take a normal shape. And after they call her and explain to her, she will understand.
Childlessness can cause destruction and depression. Childlessness can cause destruction and depression. Childlessness can cause destruction and depression. Childlessness can cause destruction and depression.
First of all, let me apologize for my actions. I'm really very sorry for what I did. I'm not proud of it at all. I wouldn't want you to start blaming Steph. I know her very well. She would not do anything. She would never, ever do anything to hurt her sister or to stab her in the back. Never. Pico, I take the blame for what happened. 100%. And I'm really sorry about it. All I'm asking right now is for you to show her love. Show her love as a mother. Knowing her condition. Pico.
I love my child though. Nothing will make me not to love her. Cannot deny my love for her. But the question is, what do we do now?
Mama, you know that for many years we have tried so much to have a child. It hasn't been possible. You know, I want to see the positive side of this situation. I would like to believe that it just may be the hand of God in our lives, you know. So, based on that, I'm saying, let us keep this child. At least it will prove to the whole world that I can father a child. Biko.
Did anyone say you cannot father a child? Mbano. Angela told me that she had series of miscarriages. What other evidence is anybody looking for to know that you're a man? I don't care in a show power on Steph. I don't understand though.
Like I said before, I'm not proud of it at all. I'm sorry. But, you know, considering the situation, at least you know it's not my fault. What about the people outside? They do not know. How will they see me? Biko, let us keep this child, even if it means marrying her.
Mbao, hey, Ben, what you're asking for is beyond me. I can't even let you have that child, let alone marry her. How is it possible?
Why?
Ben, what you did was very unreasonable. It was so unimaginable. Hey, Mbao. Yeah.
I really don't understand.
At the right time, you will understand one. You will understand. Hey. Hi.
Oh God, I'm sorry for the sins that have befallen me. Even if I die while giving birth, let me find a place in your bosom. I can't continue with this shame anymore. How do I face my sister for the rest of my life? What would people say? This is an act that will forever remain indelible for the rest of my life. God, why me, God? I'm sorry.
Ben, do you mean she said you can have the baby or marry her?
That's what she said.
What did she give us a reason?
She said I will find out soon.
You will soon find out what?
Exactly, I don't know. This is what she told me at the end of our discussion.
But it's a very common thing in the world of today. A man marrying two sisters.
Of course.
It's not a taboo. They should allow what happened to be a bygone and forge ahead with life.
My brother, that's the thing. Nobody wants to see it that way. No, they don't believe it's a mistake. Everybody feels I planned this whole thing, and they are looking at me, seeing me like I committed an abominable act. It's just crazy.
It's okay, man. It's okay. You see, the power of your personality makes you stand tall, and being yourself tell who you are. Just try to be strong, okay?
Easy on yourself. Oh. Calm down now. What has happened has happened. That is life for you. You see, this life, it is filled with ups and downs. It is a mixture of the good, the bad, and the ugly. What has happened is not the end of the world. Just calm down. Don't allow anger to overwhelm you, because it reduces the respect and strength of you. Huh? People, take it easy.
I'm so ashamed of this act.
I know.
Mama, how can I face the rumor out there in the society? Mama, imagine. Just imagine. Steph! Carry my husband's child! It's unbelievable!
No. Ada, you have to calm down. You will have BPO. You will develop high blood pressure. You have to calm down. I have told you that the future is a lot better and greater than the past. And for you to see that future, you have to be focused. Forget what people will talk. Because if you do good though, they will talk. You do bad though, they will talk. Please just calm down. Oh?
Ben, you could have told me you never wanted me alive.
Ada, you have to calm down. Hey, I told you that tomorrow is greater than today, and you need to be focused to face that tomorrow. Get it?
Mama,
don't cry. Don't cry. Don't cry. It's okay. It's okay. I don't want you to go down memory lane. I don't want you to go down memory lane.
Oh God, abamubuchi nenye mwa. Ewo,
I've pleaded with you, I've begged you. I'm sorry. Forgive me now, let's move on. It's okay. Will I kill myself before you forgive me?
Benji, I am trying so hard to control my temper. Please do not make me lose it.
Please, lose it. It's better for us. Lose it. I can't continue seeing myself as a betrayer or something. Lose it. It will be fine.
You have no right whatsoever to have slept instead. So why are you being worried?
I'm only worried because it's affecting my life. Alright, I've begged you. This thing has happened. Let's move on. The earlier we understand it that way, the better for everybody.
I wasn't want to worry. Or you want to tell me how you derive pleasure being with her on bed? Or you want to tell me how she screamed on bed or something? That's
Shut up! What has come over you? Shut up!
You are trying to confirm this. You are a man. Well done, sir. Thank you. Let me sleep.
Oh God, please help me. I'm so speechless. Oh. Childlessness can cause destruction and depression. Childlessness can cause destruction and depression. Childlessness can cause destruction and depression.
Hello, miss.
Yes, doctor.
Please, where is the person that brought the woman?
Oh, he's right here.
Where is her? She's responding to treatment. And please, who are you to her?
Well, I was just passing by when I saw the position of the car inside the bush. It occurred to me that the car must have missed his truck. So I checked only for me to see her resting her head on the steering with a lot of blood coming out of her mouth. So I decided to help.
Oh, that was very thoughtful of you. The problem now is, how do we get to reach any of her relations or somebody close to her?
I saw this phone beside her.
Oh, thank you. I'll make do with this. At least I can go through her contacts, maybe I reach her relation or anybody. Thank you so much. Do have a nice day.
Yes, hello, baby. Who's this? Can you give the phone to the owner? She's my wife. Jesus Christ. Oh my God, accident! Hey, my God, what happened? How? Oh, okay, no problems. I hope she's okay. Which hospital? Where is she now? Oh, no problem. I'm coming there right away. Alright, thank you. Thank you.
Mr. Ben, yes. Your wife was brought in here by a good Samaritan who witnessed the incident and decided to bring her to the nearest hospital. That's why she's here.
Thank God, thank God. How is she? How is she doing? What's her condition like? Hope she's okay.
Well, we just discovered that she's bleeding from the nose.
Hey.
But thank God everything is under control now. Just take it easy, she'll be fine. All you need to do is to make necessary payments so that once she regains consciousness, we can carry out further tests on her.
No problem. That won't be a problem, eh? Just... do everything possible to make sure she's fine.
Doctor, the woman in private care is taking continuous. I tried to stop her.
Huh?
That's your wife. I'm sorry, Ben. We've lost her.
Wait, what do you mean you lost her? What do you mean?
She couldn't make it.
Couldn't make it? As in, dead?
Please take her.
Hey.
My life is painful. It's nobody's fault. My life is painful. It's nobody's fault. Every day by day I cry. What do I do? Every day and night I cry. my tears still run down. I'm withering away. I'm withering away.
Hey!
Oh no.
How would you have known? You said you will always be there for us. You said you will always be there, you will protect us. God, I remember your word in Psalm 121, where you promised that you will never let our feet be moved. I've always trusted you. I've always believed in you. Why did you let this happen? Why? Hey, Angela.
Hey, Mama is okay. I'm sorry. Mama, be good. I'm sorry.
Hi.
Mama is okay, please.
Angela. Hey.
Mama is okay.
Hi.
I never knew the last time she visited this village. Really, the last day I will set my eyes on her.
Hey!
Terrible.
Hey!
Uchechi, it's okay, it's okay, it's okay. You see, pull yourself together. There's no amount of tears we shed that will bring her back. She's gone.
The same thing I told her. If you cry, decide to cry from now till the end of the world. She won't come back.
You see? What of Stephanie? I hope she's finding things easy. Because I know how we feel going with this one, someone very dear to us. It's very painful.
It's really very hard on her. I told her not to come and stay at home. Because of her condition.
And she did well. Now I will go and tell my family members what happened. When are you going back to see?
Tomorrow. I'm also thinking of taking her home. This place should be quite lonely.
Well, if you say so. You say so. Uchechi, please hold yourself together. Right? You will fall sick. Please put yourself together. Right? You want to join your daughter? Please.
My son, you have to take heart. That is not the end of the world. Please, let's keep going. You know, Gozia. For one.
Mama. If you had listened to me, when I told you that children come at God's own time. I do not produce children. No human being produces children. If you had listened to me, all these things wouldn't have happened. Look at it now, Mama. My wife's younger sister is pregnant for me. And then my wife is dead. Are you happy now? Hey, Mama. Hope you are good in ma.
My son, you don't have to blame me. I'm only playing the role of a mother. Every mother who truly understands what I am saying will think the same thing. Please, I beg you.
At least you have seen the result. I guess you are happy now.
Hey. My son, I love you so much. And that is why I need the best for you.
It is the duty of a mother to protect his son. That's all. You don't expect me to go silent when I see my son marries without an issue for. I cannot continue to train other people's children when I know that I have a son who can give me my own grandchildren. Very soon, Obinna will finish from secondary school and his parents will come to take him back again, as usual. Together with other people who were being trained here. Is that how you want us to continue? Is that okay by you?
Mama, please. Biko, allow me. Just allow me to grieve in peace. To not remind me of the things that led to my wife's death.
Hey, who said that I'm not concerned? She's my daughter-in-law and I love her so much. Huh? I cannot dispute that.
You just have to take heart and believe that God has a reason for whatever thing that happens in this life. I mean, if you should cry like this, what about your mom? Honestly, Steph, I really do feel for her at this point.
Evelyn, my sister is dead. And I believe this pregnancy contributed to her death. I feel like going with her. Tell me, what will people see me as? A betrayer? Or a murderer? Tell me.
Stop it, Steph. Please, stop it. On the contrary, you are not a murderer. Neither are you a betrayer. It was only a situation you couldn't handle. Steph, in a situation like this, which is very delicate, you don't really need to think too much. Thinking will help matters, so please, will you stop crying and thinking? I beg you.
Thank you. Thank you so much for your concern.
Also, Steph, I would like to tell you that I'll be going back to the north since we are done with our exams. My parents called me and asked me to come over to continue my studies there. But Steph, I really want to ask you, sincerely, do you hold any grudge against me?
Grudge? What for?
I'm sorry. I really do apologize for everything that happened and for telling your sister everything. You know, I was afraid with the way she interrogated me and she came on and off into the lesson center. I was really afraid. I'm really sorry. Please, I'm sorry. And you know, if my auntie gets to find out about this, hell will let loose on me. I'm sorry for being an intruder in a matter that doesn't concern me. Please forgive me.
Evelyn, even if it didn't come from you, the truth must surely prevail. I understand your fears, okay?
I understand you. Always know that you will be remembered anywhere and at any time. But promise me one thing. I'll always be by your mom. She needs you now than ever. I will. It's okay. Don't cry, please.
Honestly, Ben, I couldn't believe it when you told me about your wife's death. I am deeply concerned the way you feel right now, coupled with the problems that you're facing. I would advise you to take heart. Because death is an inevitable act. It's something that everybody must pay. No matter how big or small you are, you must surely pay the price. And please, I will urge you to apply wisdom in anything you say or do at this point in time. Please, take heart.
Alex, thank you so much for your words of encouragement. I really appreciate your presence here. Thank you.
It's okay. It's okay. And one more thing. Please try as much as you could to be beside her sister, her younger sister, before she will get psychologically affected. Okay? Yeah. That's by the way. How's the burial plans going?
It's going well. I'll be going back to the village to continue a few other arrangements, but it's going great.
Okay.
Hey. God knows it wasn't intentional. Angela, I'll always love you. I will always love you as my wife, even in death. I miss you.
Mama, I am to be blamed for the death of my sister. The seed of discord the devil planted through me triggered her sudden death. Within me, life is no longer meaningful because I see myself as a murderer. Oh, sister, I am sorry. I am sorry. I am sorry.
Life has just thrown another blow at me. Another tragedy has befallen me. Hey, Ada. My Ada is gone. Gone forever.
Mama, please, I am sorry.
Hey.
I'm sorry.
Hey.
Mama, please, I'm sorry. Please, Mama. Mama, please. I'm sorry.
I called you because I have thought about this whole thing and I've taken a decision.
What is the decision?
We have fought like mere mortals, mere human beings. But whether we like it or not, God has the final say. Now that Angela's burial has come and gone, we don't have any other choice than to adapt to the situation at hand. I've come to realize that it is neither your fault nor Stephanie's. This whole thing took Angela's life because She failed to realize that one should not allow situations to change who the person is. I have decided to take Stephanie back to the village with me.
Don't go. It was even me. Yeah. You want to kill me? I lost my wife. Now you want to take Stephanie away and subject me to a world of loneliness. Please now.
I don't understand what you're saying, no. What brought us together was Angela. Eh? And now that she's no more.
Mama, I beg you. In the name of God, don't do this. Let us exercise a little patience. At least let Stephanie put to bed first. After that, we'll sit down and discuss the way forward.
Mama, I was waiting for this. That is the only thing you're concerned about, her pregnancy. Well then, she is my daughter. And I decide what she does. She's going home with me. Biko.
I understand all you've said. But I don't think going back to the village is the best thing.
So what is the best thing? For you to stay here and be tormented every day? Is that what you want?
Far from it, Mama. All I'm saying is that going back to the village will result to nothing but revealing the secret which we've always kept.
What secret, if I may ask?
This pregnancy, of course. How are we going to reveal it to them?
Steph, now I know that this your pregnancy is more important to you than your late sister. Please, I don't want to remember things I have decided to let go. Because if I start, I will not stop.
Mama, going back to the village is not the best. I am the one wearing the shoes and I know where it pinches.
Ah! Why are you giving that useless proverb of yours that you don't even know what it means? Eh? Listen, I was just waiting for the burial to be over. For us to go back. Now that it's over, it is time for us to go back to our base. The sooner we do it, the better for us.
No, Mama.
End of story. We're not going to talk about this anymore.
Mama.
Start getting ready.
Frankly speaking, Ben, this matter is taking a very difficult dimension. I would advise you should be careful in decision making. Okay?
Brother, I just don't know what's happening. Honestly, it's like I'm in a puzzle, a puzzle. I don't know whether to go left or go right. I'm not even in control of my life anymore. Things are just happening. I don't know what's going on.
What surprises me in all this is why did you come up with this idea?
No.
When they know that you truly need this child.
Of course.
Would they keep to wallow in the shadow of their past when we know that the future is bright? What has happened has happened. We just need to put it behind us and forge ahead. By the way, hi Steph. Have you spoken to her about all this?
No.
I will advise to have heart-to-heart talk with her. You understand? Have a heart-to-heart talk with her and try to be strong. I know how you feel, man. I understand. Be strong. Okay?
What is really going on? Why would this situation befall me now that I'm about to prove myself to the society? To prove that I'm a man. Why now? Why? How do I convince her on this? God, I'm so confused right now.
heart is broken away. My heart is written like ice. Oh no.
What happened that led to the death of your daughter? Who was also my daughter-in-law. Please do find a place in your heart to forgive, so we can move on. Pico.
I got no problem. I have already put everything behind me like you advised. There's no problem. If I may name go.
I want to assure you that my son will still stay all through her pregnancy period until she delivers.
Unfortunately, my in-law, I have already made up my mind to take Stephanie back home. So we have to go. The business we had with you people was my daughter Angela, and now she's dead. We have to go back to where we came from.
My in-law, isn't it better for her to stay here and deliver her baby than taking her back to the village? Apart from that, we have qualified doctors here in the city who can be able to take care of her, considering how it happened. You know she's still a child. Ogum.
Unfortunately, my in-law, Stephanie is my daughter, not yours. Moreover, your son is neither married to me nor Stephanie, but to Angela. Well, she is my daughter, not your own. So I decide what happens to her, not you.
But she's still my daughter. Who is your daughter? Village one. Kego village.
Mama, you sent for me.
My daughter. I sent for you. I want to lay a heartfelt apology for what my son did to you. Please, for the sake of your late sister, forgive him. He is becoming absent-minded on a daily basis, please.
I've heard you, Mama.
Thank you. One more thing. Do you accept the idea of what your mother just said? Of taking you back to the village?
Mama, she is my mother. And whatever decision she takes is okay by me. Besides, if you look at it from the general perspective, she's not wrong.
You know you are the one that is truly concerned in this matter. Your decision determines our way forward.
Mama, what do you want me to say?
My daughter, I know it will be difficult for you to say, but I want you to convince her that going back to the village is not the best option now. Please.
Mama, I know it's my decision to make, but my mother's decision also counts. Not mine alone. Please, Mama, you just have to understand me, please.
Because you are one. Because you are. Please, I beg of you.
Mama, please let me be quiet.
So, my son, I think she's going by the footsteps of her mom. But I cannot succumb to their decision. Not now that I'm about to carry my grandchild.
So what do you think we should do?
I think she needs another kind of different approach. I think so.
Hey, what can you do? Mother, do you think this whole thing will pass away someday?
My son, it will now. Of course it will. Just be optimistic. That's all.
The boss
the meaning of this? Eh? Why did you lock the door?
I am sorry I cannot allow you to take Faith back to the village.
Why? Is she your daughter? Eh? Hey! How many times will I tell this woman that Steph does not have any business with her and she does not have any business with Steph?
On the contrary, I have a lot of businesses with Steph, if you must know.
Okay. Starting with which one? Starting with the baby she is carrying.
How is it that you fail to understand simple fact?
What is the simple fact?
The simple something that she is carrying my grandchild. And I will not allow that my grandchild to just disappear like that. Not after so many years of lamentation to God.
Look at this woman. Oh! So, you planned everything. So you were the one that masterminded everything your son did. Eh? You don't even know the gravity of the sin your son has committed.
Which sin? If I may ask you. Is it the first time that one is requesting to get married to two sisters? If I may ask you. Eh? Why you don't want to rest? Therefore,
you see you are a very desperate mother-in-law. Ogo, you are a desperate mother-in-law. All you want is a grandchild. You don't even care where and how that child comes into being. You want a grandchild.
Thank God you are a mother who know how it feels for an only son to be battling with the issue of food for so many years. Never tell me someone, can't you forever.
Okay, there's no problem. I want to go. Just give me the key. Let me carry my shallow mind back to the village where I belong.
No condition, that.
Is it? Is that an order? Please give me the key. What is that? Kia.
Mama.
Bring it. Give me that key. Just bring it.
Don't touch me.
Don't touch it.
Mama.
Okay.
Mama.
What is it? Come and rub her back. Come and help. Hey! Uncle, hold that well now. Why are you holding her as if you have not had the chance? Sorry. Let's take her to the hospital.
Mama is here! Wait. Mama, rub my back. Sorry, my dear. Sorry.
Uncle, rub now.
Does it take this long?
I don't just know. I can't get it.
Congratulations. Huh? Your wife I just put to bed. A bouncing baby boy. Congratulations. No, it's true.
Can I say now?
No. It's true.
Yeah.
Yes.
How is she?
Oh, the wife is doing very fine.
And the baby, my baby, my boy.
Mother and child, they are doing perfectly well.
Okay, can I see them now?
Well, for now, no. Okay, within 30 minutes time, you can be allowed to see her.
Yeah.
Yes.
But she's fine, eh?
Very okay.
And the baby, my boy.
Mother and child, doing very well.
Thank you.
God, that's so painful.
Come back to the house.
I think I have the opportunity now that she has put to bed. Yes, it is the right time. Yes.
Mama.
Hey.
Are you okay?
Yes, I'm fine. How are you?
I'm fine. Mama, where is Ben and Mama?
They went to bring your baby back.
Okay.
I'm happy you have put to bed.
Thank you, Mama.
My in-law, I wish to say sorry for what happened the other time. I didn't mean to oppose your decision, considering how emotionally shattered you are. Please, I'm very sorry. Forgive me.
There's no problem. I understand your quest. I forgive you.
Hey, thank you. Now that the whole thing is over, there is something I want to ask you. And I don't want you to say no.
Well, if it is within my reach, why not?
Allow my son to marry your daughter. At least to make up to the loss of Angela.
Have you taken time out to ask why I am never comfortable with that issue?
Who does not know that what is being held at time does not require mirror for clarification? It's very obvious. Now that the whole thing is over, please, I want us to become good in-laws. Because
Well, I've come to realize that you can only keep a secret for some time before spilling it.
How do you mean secret?
It's okay, my in-law. You will know later.
I hope it's not affecting our discussion.
At the right time, you will find out.
So, my son, that was how it went. She practically did not tell me her reasons. But I think there is more to this.
Well, if you ask me, I think she's actually finding it difficult to accept because of the situation surrounding the whole thing.
I think it's far from the idea because I could see it in her eyes. Yes.
So you're saying her refusal, actually, there's more to it.
I believe it has an attachment to it. Yes.
Stephanie! Has it come to the extent of coming to the backyard and start crying like this? Why are you shedding tears?
I've always told you that crying cannot stop anything out of this. Human beings are prone to circumstance and we cannot stop it. The early, the better you pull yourself, the better for us. Now, if I may ask you, Am I not your mother? Am I not supposed to be your mother? Why is it that you cannot listen to me?
I was talking to you the other time. I told you that this child is going to be a blessing to this family. And as long as I'm concerned, that is it.
So, what I'm trying to tell you, please, the earlier the better you pull yourself, the better for all of us. I don't want you to start doing all these things. Please. Oh yeah, let's go inside. Huh? Let's go inside. It's okay. My daughter, let's go inside. Get up.
My daughter. Angela would have been in a better position to say this. But death wouldn't let her. Stephanie. I am not your mother. Angela was your biological mother. I'm just your grandmother. She had you when she was still in the village. She left you in my care when you were just 2 years old. Before she went to the city with her friends in search of a job. This woman you've always called your mother is not your mother. She's your biological mother.
Mama. Mama, you mean to tell me that you're not my mother? Mama, tell me it's not true. Mama, tell me it's not true.
Angela was your biological mother. I'm just your grandmother.
Mama, how could you? Mama, how could you hide this from me all this while? How could you, Mama? I
didn't know how to explain it to you. Please forgive me.
Stop me! You're wicked, Mama! You're wicked!
I didn't know how to explain the fact that this woman you've always known as your mother is now your grandmother.
Mama, shut it!
Hey. Go. Be gone. Jesus.
Stephanie, if you could open the door. Stephanie! 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 Stephanie, you could open this door. Open the door. Steph! No. Please be strong. You have to be a man. There is nothing new on this earth. You may have fallen the victim of this circumstance. It's only best way for us to tackle this thing positively. Please, I beg you. It is only death that has no solution.
I beg of you. Woman.
I beg you in the name of your late sister, I mean mother, please, don't leave me. You are everything I have now. I have lost everything but you. Please stay with me. I know your mother should have told you that she was your mother before she died. But she was only human. We are humans who are bound to make mistakes. She couldn't take it. She could not accept it when she found out you were pregnant for her husband. Please, forgive her. I beg you in the name of God, forgive her. Forgive me too. Stay with me.
Mama, I am sorry. I am sorry, but it's too late now. Like you said, I have to accept it. I have to.
Where are you going?
How does that affect you? Tell me. And I just want to tell you, thank you for being a good grandmother to me. Thank you, Mama.
Steph. Please, Mom, please, I beg you. Please, forgive me. Stay with me, please.
Mama, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. But I can't bear this anymore. I can't. I have to go. I can't take it. I can't.
Steph.
Steph, wait. I beg you, just wait. Please. Just wait. I understand that the turn of events has really placed everybody in an awkward situation. I understand, but Biko, for the sake of this child and your mother, don't do this. I beg you. It's all my fault. I'm sorry. Forgive me, please.
I forgive you, Ben.
Thank you. So, what happens to our baby?
Ben, are you supposed to know what happened to this baby? I can't stand the mystery behind his birth. Meanwhile, I don't even know what happened to him.
Please, I beg you in the name of God. He's just a child, a baby, a newborn baby. He needs his mother.
I know. But if fate brings us together, then I will accept it. But if it doesn't, please don't take care of me.
You can't do this to us. Please. In any way we have offended you, please, I'm sorry. Please forgive us. Please. Because they are not.
I'm sorry. I did it. I'm sorry.
Steph, wait.
Hey.
like someone in the middle of the road. Nowhere to go, nowhere to go. I'm the fun there.
It's unfortunate that the first time I had to call you mother was in your grave. Mother, please. I didn't mean to betray you. I am sorry. Please find it in your heart to forgive me. Mother, please, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. You wish to tell me the truth as regards my birth, but the condition didn't allow you. Instead, I allowed the devil to plant the seed of discord that destroyed the entire family. I blame myself for all that I know. I blame myself for all I blame myself. I know. I'm sorry, Mother. I'm sorry. But I'm sorry. This is my symbol of love for you. I still love you, and I will always love you, Mother. See you back. See no more. Good night, Mother. Good night. Good night. Good night, Mother. Good night. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Childlessness can cause destruction and depression. Childlessness can cause destruction and depression.
It's good. Are you a true son of people?
Of course, sir.
Have you ever brought a bottle of drink on behalf of Stephen?
No.
Did you ever pay even 1 kobo on your head as dowry?
Is that the way my father was married?
I don't think so.
You see, according to our tradition, that child.
So you have to go back to yourself. Go back to them. Talk to them. Tell them what you are fighting and ask them questions. And of course, yes.
Okay. I've heard all you said. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
I'll be on my way.
Safe journey. My regards to your mother.
I'm like someone in the middle
I
of
don't have a choice.
nowhere to go.
The only person I have now is Stephanie. I don't know why she has decided to be looking herself.
Can I just go inside?
No. Don't bother yourself. She'll be alright. Just push her. Please. Safe journey.
Help me from this mess. I don't know what to say. Childlessness can cause destruction and depression.
I called this meeting for us to help our son, Ben, who has been passing through some difficulties recently. It is no longer news how his wife died and the aftermath of it. I want us to brainstorm on what to do to the newborn baby that he had with his late wife's daughter.
Say, abomination. Arrow.
Amadi, let him finish. Let him finish.
He has finished now. What else has he to say? How can you be living with the person you call your wife, and at the same time you are sleeping and fornicating with a girl that lives with you people?
Yes, the deed has already been done. There's nothing we can do about it. What we should be thinking of now is how to proffer a solution to the problem. Because we cannot throw away the baby and the bathwater.
Nzelu, what then is the solution to this problem? How can we solve this problem, Nzelu?
I suggest we go to our in-laws and request that they give us the baby. After all, it's our own blood.
Please, my husband. I need your help in this matter.
Please.
Please.
It's all right. You don't need to kneel before us, our wife. You're our wife. Please sit down. Sit down.
Thank you.
Please sit down. There is no problem in this world without solution. Every problem has solution.
Except death.
Even death has solution. Death has solution. The dead has to be buried.
Not in all cases. So. Not in all cases.
Please, my husband. Please, Amadi. I know that what my son did is not good. But it wasn't his fault. It was all mistake. Please, just have a faith. I have a little peace in your heart to forgive him. Please, I beg you.
Our wife, Ben, has spoken to us about this. It's okay. We've heard him.
He has gone to their place. He has gone there to meet with them. They now ask him to meet with you people.
That's all right.
Has he come back here to meet with us and ask relevant questions? Has he?
Yes, he did. That is why I called this meeting. What do we do now?
I think we leave the child to them now.
No, not that. We will send an elder to them to talk to them. If they insist, we come back to think what to do.
I think it's a good idea.
Yes. So when are we going to meet with our in-laws? And who is going with Ben?
I think his mother here, Gladys. You can go with Ben. After all, she's an elderly woman. Let her go.
Amadi, shut up your mouth! Did you take an alcohol before coming to this meeting? Did you take an alcohol?
Are you talking to me?
Yes, I'm talking to you.
Are you talking to me?
Sit down!
Let me kill you.
Amadi, please sit down. Sit down.
Look at this.
Sit down.
analog elder like you. It's an analog.
It's okay. Is that the ground? Look, there's no need for us to quarrel over this matter. What we should be thinking of is how to profile a solution to this problem. Huh? Why are we behaving like this? Anyway, I volunteer. I will go with Ben. Go and see the people.
This is human being.
Huh?
Not this analog.
Okay, it's alright. But okay. You, Ibekwe, I'm waiting for you on the road. Look, I will kill you today. Don't be coming. No.
Keep cackling dangerous nonsense.
Oh yeah, I'm like someone in the middle of the road.
We greet you all.
Thank you.
Thank you. People say that when you go on a peace talk, whatever judgment you pass there will follow you back to your own house. Our son and brother Ben here has told us what you said concerning the child, on whose name he will bear. We believe in tradition very strongly, and we know that the tradition is one and the same in Igbo land. It is true that our son impregnated your daughter, which led to the birth of this baby. And it is also true that he did not pay anything on her head as the custom and tradition of our land demands. And the implication of this is that the child is not ours but yours.
Ichezolo, you are an orator, and you've spoken like a wise elder, which you are.
Thank you very much, sir.
What your son did is an abomination. It's an abomination, and I, Chokeke, will not tolerate that. But we cannot bring the cutlass down with the weight and height we have raised our hand. We have been in-laws for a long time, and Ben here has been like my son all the time. So we shall find a solution to that. JJ, what have you to say?
No. In this situation, she's not in the mood to talk now. Why don't they go home while we come back again when the situation calms down?
My in-laws,
yes.
Like I said earlier, I am here to represent my people, and they expect a report back home when I get back. So please, I want us to conclude this matter.
Well, as the eldest here, and the immediate brother to Uchechi's late husband, I'm saying that that child is Ben's blood, but he will remain in the arms of the mother until he comes of age and be in a position to decide or choose whose name to answer. While in the meantime, Ben and any of his relatives, like you people, can visit. So, my people, I think I've spoken their mind.
I think this is a very beautiful one. We are really happy, and I think my people back home will be happy to hear this.
You are welcome. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you, sir.
Sit down.
Thank you, sir.
attention. Oh, 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 oh. Like grass, oh no, oh yeah. I'm like someone in the middle of the road, nowhere to go, nowhere to go. I'm the fun there, oh God, I'm a mubuchine nyamwa, oh Lord, please help me. Help me from this mess.